I like to work in fiber arts. So most of my animals have to do with the fibers like wool or mohair. Kid mohair is amazingly soft. I started just before I retired from my career. I've always knitted and crocheted, but I would buy the yarn. But I knew that I wanted to process it myself, take it from the start and take it all the way through the process of making yarn and then knit or crochet with it. So good. The sheep you shear once a year. The goats, however, you shear twice a year. So I like to just get them on the table and feed them grain, and they're fairly happy while I'm working on them, so I enjoy that. Sheep are just really oily underneath, so my hands will be soft for days after I do this. The scissors don't really scare them, and they like getting rid of all that hair. That's gotta feel good to get that off, right? Oh my. You can get 30 pounds of fiber off one animal. That would give you probably enough for 2 full sweaters. And when you think about a smaller animal carrying around 30 or 40 pounds, they really enjoy getting that off.
I basically got into this because I needed to retire to something. And I like farming. I did a little bit of it as a kid. I wanted to be outside. This farm is the late 1800s. It's one of the first farms in this area. The cows are the main thing here. We have chickens for the eggs, pigs for the pork. But the Highlanders are a low maintenance, mid-sized cow. They don't put a lot of pressure on the land. Mostly we use the animals for our meat, but then in order to pay the bills, we sell. I can sell a half a cow or a quarter of a cow while it's alive, and then you own that quarter or half a cow. So when it's butchered, it's up to you to have it processed. The demand for grass-fed beef is high. I could sell more than I raise, but the level of work goes up with the amount you raise. They're born here and they end it here and they eat what's here, right?
It's all about using whatever resources are here on the farm. So the grass just grows and we make hay from that, and the trees that were knocked down, we make lumber from that. And so it gives you the feeling of connectedness to the land and to the animals. I just enjoy being in nature.
I'm always intrigued about having control of the food I eat, and that was probably one of the biggest motivators.
The way that I fertilize my garden is from the droppings from my animals. And so that's all natural fertilizers.
We started with 5 cows. As it worked out, 2 of them were pregnant and had babies. And I thought, well, that was easy. Then I could control what they ate, and I decided it would be all grass and all hay. We do it like Mother Nature as close as we can. But does it make dollars and cents? No. I can buy it cheaper and I can raise it.
Well, I would prefer when I eat my meat to have it grass-fed because I think that's more natural. I do feel that there would be an advantage to your body by eating a grass-fed, organically grown meat.
I have 9 grandkids. I wanted them to know that meat doesn't come from the supermarket, that it doesn't come all plastic wrapped. And so there's a process to it, and I wanted them to have a hand in the process.
When you care for the animals that produce the fiber, and then you harvest from them, and then you process it, it's all very calming to me. Instead of just buying the yarn at the store, you actually know the animal that it came from. Eating meat, I just don't want to know who it came from. I don't want to know the name of the animal that I might be eating at the time. I want to go maybe to a restaurant or a store that they say is organic and grass-fed, and I just don't want to harvest an animal. So I appreciate those people that do that because I do enjoy eating that.
Even with our kids, when we butcher animals, it's a serious thing, you know, I mean, you're killing something. So they respect that. They've learned that from being here. Something just gave its life, and you're going to eat it. And I think it changes them a little bit in how they approach and how waste and things like that. Maybe not, but I think so.
I bond with my animals too much, probably. I just don't think I could raise an animal knowing I'm going to be eating it. Pigs would be a fun thing to add to my menagerie, but you can't really have pigs as pets. You kind of have to eat a pig.
Pigs put on weight. They convert feed to meat faster than any other animal.
I guess you can teach them to sniff out mushrooms. That's what they use them for in Italy. I'm like, well, maybe I could have one pet and he could go out and find morel mushrooms or something. I don't know.